Well, how are you? Me? Yeah, you. How's things? So, today we're looking at why being interested in someone else builds a high-performance team. Let's look into it. Because everyone wants to be ahead, but many step on the shoulders of others to get there. But in order to sustain high-performance teams, people need to truly get to know one another as well. They need to get right in to the nitty-gritty and make sure they can respect each other. A high-performance team truly is about people who work together to meet the highest standard within their industry, within their capability and beyond. Not only that they sustain it as often as possible, but they just be it and live it. And one of the main ingredients to becoming a high performance team is understanding what is a really good team member. It's so important. I can't overemphasize this enough, because often the word team, as we've heard many times, is referred to as TEAM, or together everyone achieves more. And this sounds like, don't get me wrong, an easy acronym to remember, but because there needs to be a togetherness within a group of people if they want to try to achieve something better than their competition. And this togetherness, well, it needs to be respectful of everyone in the team, because everyone in a team is not the same. So the strength of a team is only as strong as the weakest member's commitment to all other members of that team. So not just their ability, but their actual commitment to the team itself, because you need to commit to having respect for others on the team, and you need to show it, and show it always. But respect is not the only thing you need. In reality, you need and are required to get truly interested in other team members. And to be true, well, that's what we're looking at a little bit deeper now. Because although respect is pivotal to the success of a team, not everyone has it in abundance. And so what's required is to work on building this. And one of the ways of building respect is getting to know more about a person's past. Ask yourself, do you really know where all your team members are from? And do you take a genuine interest in where these areas are on the map even? If you do, you can always build up a rapport with someone. And this depends on where they come from or other things too. Now, in more recent years, people often avoid asking about others' past because, well, they're afraid to just scratch the surface and try instead to be politically correct. And they do this in a more overly politically correct context too. And often there is an anxiety around trying to get to know someone's origins. But why? And although the awareness of racism and commitment to stamp it out is a good thing, and it's one that is pivotal for not just business and not just life, but humanity on the whole, and all team building, many people are afraid to get to know where people's families originate from, or even use improper language of asking them, because they fear being tagged as someone who is racist towards another person. But if someone is genuinely curious and uses the proper language to inquire as to another's family or where they originate from, this can be complementary to them. That's a fine line, for sure. After all, How can you get to know someone if you don't show interest? It's that simple. So long as a person knows that you are being, genuine, there's that word again, and you're asking about their family's origins or like where they're from, it's okay to ask. And after you ask and get that specific information that's so true to their family, you need to use it appropriately. So think about it for a second, like really deeply think about it. If you were dating someone and once you found out their origins, you'd be more intrigued to find out a little bit more, would you? You may even want to visit their place after looking it up on the map, and brief research on your behalf will lead you to the tourist attractions and all of the advantages of living in that location. Why wouldn't you be interested? It's the same for getting to know a work colleague though as well. Okay, I'm not talking about love, but you need to show that deeper interest if you truly want to build that bridge or respect for where they are from. Equally though, you need to understand if that person is not too hung up on speaking about that area they come from, because it's possible, it really is, that they may have had bad memories aligned with that place, even if it's like a really cool place on the map. But in getting to know them in that way, what you're doing is you're beginning to figure out their opinions and how they feel on certain topics of interest. And that's really important for your work. And at that stage, you begin to figure out parts of their character. You can slice it down to where they came from, because they may react in a very serious manner to your initial inquiries, or they may be very quiet about it, or they may even be very humorous in their reply to you. It's all dependent. Whatever the way they react, this may also be a way they actually are as a person, and not just a facade for, say, work. And that's how you can build further rapport with them. That's how one question, just one, if asked properly, can open up a wealth of opportunities to get to know another person. And it will lead you to understand your intention to get to know another team member as well. Think of the bigger team. If you ask another member, you have to be open to sharing that answer to a similar question yourself, because it's not only for them. That's how boundaries are broken down and relationships, true relationships, thorough relationships are built up. That's how trust begins. That's where respect and commitment can come in. And this can begin to work together, knowing that others on your team will have your back and you'll be able to support them as well. That eases the feelings of being stressed when you know that somebody is there for you. And when you feel that you're more willing to perform then at a higher level, you're more eager to go further and deeper. Once you do, your input is totally appreciated by other team members, because if they're acting the same way, well then, guess what happens? The team rises together, because your performance then individually will affect theirs as well. You may also motivate them to work harder and to do more for the overall team. And if only one other person works harder, a team will be stronger as a result. And after a while, the results will show that teamwork is beneficial to all, and more people in the team will be attracted to what the high performers do, and they will try to replicate it, because everybody wants to be at the top. And that's when it's a win-win situation for not just you, not just one other, but for all team members. So, if you want to have a high-performance team, know that it starts with a question that shows sincere interest in just one other person. So, hope you've got something from the video. If you have, well, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have a wonderful day.